Bundle up, everyone. It is a cold morning out there. We're going to have quite the chilly next couple of days. I'll have those details and, of course, talk about your Halloween weekend. That's coming up.
Health leaders now investigating a bacteria and whether there's a possible link to one of the Peach State's biggest events. But we're hearing from parents as the Georgia National Fair gets a closer look. Well, a family in East Macon now moving out of their home after only 2 months. What happened earlier this week that led to the decision? Well, good Friday morning. You're taking a live look over the city of Dublin. The time is now 6:30 a.m. on this October the 29th. Thank you so much for continuing to stay with us. I'm Wanya Reese, and it's looking good all across Central Georgia. No rain this morning, but let me be the first to tell you, Court, you're going to need that jacket and that hat.
That's right. Yeah, anything to keep you nice and cozy because it is cold out there for the start of the day. Now, we've seen some cooler mornings than this week, but it's the breeze that's going to make it feel a little more uncomfortable, especially if you don't have a hat on your head. Take it from me. When I was out and about yesterday, I was wishing I had a hat. So just learn from my lesson that it's a good idea to have the hat and the jacket with you to start the day. 56 in Macon and in Warner Robins. We're at 58 in Montezuma, 55 in Forsyth and in Gordon, and 57 down in McRae. So overall, mid to upper 50s for all of us this morning. As we go through the day, we'll continue to see numbers like this when it comes to the breeze, anywhere between 3 to upwards of 13 mile-per-hour winds, gusts at 18 right now in Thomaston. And we will again continue to see that west-southwest wind, 5 to 10, could see gusts 15 to 20. When it comes to the rain, we had a few showers roll through during the overnight. It looks like a couple of light showers now trying to push into Upson and Taylor County. And that's what we'll see through the day today. Just a few quick passing light showers. Pair that with partly to mostly cloudy skies, a breeze, and temperatures only near 60. It'll be a little dreary today. But we are, of course, heading into a big Halloween weekend. Those details are in a few minutes.
Well, thank you, Courtney. It's been nearly 2 weeks since the Georgia National Fair ended. Right now, we're hearing from parents about a serious infection that may be linked to the event in Perry.
I mean, on Friday, she was dancing in the floor, and Saturday, she wasn't even walking. So it was a dramatic turn.
Jenny Krause is the mother of 2 of the 4 kids who may have gotten E. coli at the Georgia National Fair. One of her kids even developing into HUS, the most dangerous form of E. coli. The Georgia Department of Public Health is currently investigating 4 cases to see whether or not they may have been spread at the event. Now, E. coli is a bacteria that can cause nausea and cramps and everlasting damage. The Georgia TPH says all 4 cases involved kids who attended the fair this month. You can read more about the investigation on 13WMAZ.com. Now, if you visited the Georgia National Fair between October the 7th and 17th, the Georgia DPH would like for you to complete a survey even if you didn't become sick. A link to that survey is on our website also at 13WMAZ.com. This morning, we're continuing coverage on a case of shots fired at an East Macon home earlier this week. We're now hearing from a woman who recounts the scary moments bullets hit the front of her home.
I got all of them on the ground and I covered over all of them, and I pretty much yelled and I screamed because it was so loud.
It happened Monday morning on Wallace Road off of Jeffersonville Road. Tegan Jones says her family just moved there 2 months ago. Now she and her 6 kids are staying in a hotel, and they don't have plans to go back home because they feel it's not safe. The Bibb County Sheriff's Office says they're not sure how many times the house was hit, but they found 13 shell casings at the scene. Jones says the shooting lasted around 5 minutes, and deputies believe there was one shooter. No one was hurt, but there are bullet holes through the front window, her TV, and inside and outside the walls. The Sheriff's Office says there were no witnesses and no one saw the shooter. Now to 3 headlines from across the state. We're following for you. Jury selection in the trial for 3 men accused in the Ahmaud Arbery case may last until next week. Yesterday, we told you how attorneys for one of the defendants were hopeful by the end of this week they could reach 64 qualified jurors. That's the number needed to begin final jury selection, but it looks like that could be unlikely. Our station out of Jacksonville, Florida says attorneys have qualified 47 potential jurors so far. That means 17 of today's 20 possible jurors would need to qualify before final jury selection could start. Selection has lasted close to 2 weeks so far. Father and son Greg and Travis McMichael, along with William Roddy Bryan, face murder charges in connection to Arbery's 2020 shooting death. They've all pleaded not guilty. Georgia's governor says he plans to use up to $110 million to help the state's courts recover from a slowdown the pandemic caused. Governor Brian Kemp says the millions of dollars for grants to courts will come from the American Rescue Plan funds the state got. The Supreme Court of Georgia says the money will allow eligible courts and related agencies to hire staff and secure temporary workspace and courtroom facilities to address the case backlog. Hundreds of jobs could soon be coming to an area just outside of Atlanta. A South Korean company plans to build a factory in Covington to make glass parts for computer chips, investing $473 million and hiring 400 workers. SK Group announced its plans on yesterday. The company says it plans to hire engineers, technicians, and others, with production beginning in 2023. Early voting, it ends today for the upcoming November election. If you want to cast your ballot in person, you have just a couple of options here in Bibb County. You can vote at the board's main office, that's on Pioneer Avenue, and the Elaine Lucas Senior Center on Willie Smoker Glover Drive. It runs from 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Making Bibb voters there just one item that you're going to be casting a ballot for. That's to choose whether or not to approve a special extra penny sales tax or the OLOS. In Houston County, voting happens at the Houston Health Pavilion in Warner Robins and the Houston County Board of Elections in Perry. Doors are open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Warner Robins voters, you have 4 races on the ballot. That includes mayor and 3 city council seats, posts 1, 3, and 5. For folks out there in Perry, you'll decide the City Council District 2 posts 1 seat. Election Day this upcoming Tuesday. That's going to be on November the 2nd. And right now on 13WMAZ.com, you can get more information on the races in Warner Robins, including the City Council seats on the ballot. You can also get our Warner Robins election guide sent right to your phone by texting just the word VOTE to 478-752-1309. Remember, please just text, don't call. And for a full list of the November races happening across Central Georgia, head to our website. You know where to go. Search Central Georgia November 2021 elections, and it will be the first story that pops up on your cell phone or your desktop or however you log on to your computer. Well, the time is now 6:36 a.m. and I'm so pumped for the Braves this weekend.
Yes.
I mean, honestly, not a huge baseball fan, but it feels so good to see our hometown team getting to this day. And I mean, this hasn't happened, since 1999, so It's exciting.
It is. I mean, this stadium is going to be, you said it, electric. That's
exactly.
probably the best way
It's going to be
put
like tremors going on.
Yes, you'll feel them all the way here in Central Georgia, I'm sure. It's going to be a rowdy crowd, that's for sure. And if you are heading to the game tonight, be sure you're bundling up. It's going to be a cold day. So yes, you are looking live over Truist Park, the calm before the storm, everyone. Those seats are going to be packed tonight as the Braves make their way home for Game 3 that starts at 8 o'clock tonight. So here's a look at the forecast if you're heading up to Atlanta, if you are one of the very lucky ones to head up to Atlanta. Now listen, the way that those tickets were priced, a little bit out of my price range, but if you're lucky enough to go, it's going to be a cold night. Not an ideal night for baseball, but of course that's not going to stop the excitement for any of you. A few showers will be possible, light rain, quick passing showers, mostly cloudy skies, but of course the temperature, you pair that with the light rain and the breeze, it's not going to be comfortable. So just be sure you are warm as you head out. Nothing like sitting in your seat still when you're cold. So be sure that you have the hat and the jacket with you. And that goes for all of you here at home as well. Our forecast looks very similar. Our front now out of the way, and what we're going to deal with is this, the center of circulation of this system. You can see it's rotating counterclockwise and it's pulling a lot of that light rain around it. We've already seen a couple of showers here at home this morning, and we have a few more starting to roll in for the start of the day. Places like Upson County, again, just light rain. That's what we're generally going to see today, and most of it should move through pretty quickly. The bigger story is going to be the temperature and the wind. You can see area-wide, we're in the mid to upper 50s to get the day going, 55 in Forsyth and in Gordon. We're at 56 in Macon and in Warner Robins, and 57 in Cordele, 55 in Dublin. Here's a look at your current wind speeds. We're gusting at 18 in Thomaston, generally between 5 to 10 miles per hour sustained. So that's definitely going to make it feel a little more uncomfortable, especially if you're standing still at the bus stop. Be sure you have that hat and the jacket. Now, we'll have the chance for a couple of light showers throughout the day. Most of our rain will be for the late morning through the evening tonight. Again, it's all going to wrap around that low. You can see most of the rain closer to that center of circulation. That's where it's going to be a little bit more rainy, a little bit more breezy. But for us here at home, we're still going to get some of that lingering rain as that center of circulation moves very, very slowly off to the northeast. So unfortunately, our forecast is going to look very much the same for the start of the weekend. We're going to have the chance for a few wraparound light showers as we head into the morning and early afternoon. We'll keep mostly cloudy skies. We'll keep that breeze around with temperatures only near 60. So it'll be cool, mostly cloudy, breezy, and drizzly. You put all those things together, it's not that pretty, everyone. But thankfully for Sunday, we'll round out the weekend a little different. We'll be on the backside of that low, so we'll have what we call subsiding air. And when air subsides, that really just means that it sinks. So that's going to allow for skies to start to clear just in time for Halloween on Sunday. Of course, we can't go without saying a big game tomorrow, Saturday, the Georgia versus Florida game. Now, this is the forecast for here at home, not for Jacksonville, but 3:30, heat of the day. Notice heat of the day is only low 60s, breezy and drizzly. And then Sunday we'll head near 70, which is of course Halloween. But if you're heading out trick or treating, we are going to cool very quickly as skies start to clear. So you can see by 4 o'clock, I love this graphic, it's so much fun. By 7, when everyone's out and collecting all the candy in their costumes, temperatures will be near 60. And by 8 o'clock, we'll be in the upper 50s. It's going to be a cold night for trick or treating across central Georgia, but thankfully dry. Your 7-day shows dreary and drizzly the next couple of days. Highs only in the low 60s. 70s return for Sunday for Halloween, and we'll stay in the 70s with sunshine Monday through Thursday of next week.